Hey guys, it's Speedy, and today I reached a milestone in my video game collection. I have 200 games now. I started collecting video games after I started losing interest in Mugen and, or Mugen, or however you pronounce that, and watching Angry Video Game Nerd and other video games collectors like Pete Dorr and stuff. Well, it might not be a big collection compared to other people online, but it's big enough for me because I'm not made out of money. And there's two things that I want to address first. One, I only buy tangible games, and two, I don't buy handhelds, like, ever. No handhelds. Okay, here we go. So this is my room. Here's my TV. Here's my video game setup. Here, all my systems except the Sega Pico. You know, it's a wired mess, but I keep all my controllers underneath my bed. But here we go, my setup. Here are the games. I have two shelves full of games. And the right side is PlayStation 2 with Blu-ray movies and regular DVD movies, and the other ones are just games. First off, here are the best games in my collection, my Neo Geo AES games. I have 6. The best game in this entire video game collection is Samurai Showdown 2 for the Neo Geo AES. Now that you come down here are my Dreamcast and PlayStation games. I never got into PlayStation 1. The games for it I don't really like the games for PS1, but Dreamcast was much better in my opinion. So here are my Xbox games that I don't really play anymore. I just have them, so I just can have them. I don't plan selling them though. But here they are. But I've had a lot of memories with the Xbox, especially with Xbox Live. Here are my Nintendo 64 games. I just put them in this bed, put them in this box, just because they fit perfectly well. I'm not a huge Nintendo collector. Nintendo is just not for me, but I only got the Nintendo 64 because of Cruisin'. Wait, is that Cruisin'? Yeah, Cruisin' World. The Cruisin' series, but ends up that the Cruisin' series sucks ass on the Nintendo 64. Much better in the arcades. Here are some Sega Genesis boxes. Can't really see it well. Wait, get a good shot. Sega Genesis games. Okay, before I go over to the next tower, I'm gonna show you in more detail the games I have. I can't really show you the Nintendo 64 games because they have no end labels, which sucks. These are not all my Genesis games, by the way. I'll show you my larger collection later in this video. Now I'll go to my second tower. Here are my PlayStation 2 games. So my goal in life is to collect every PlayStation 2 exclusive ever made, which I have a long ways to go, but I'm kind of like collecting like a Nintendo collector collects every single Nintendo game. It's their goal in life, so but I think PlayStation 2 would be a little easier to collect because the games are not that incredibly rare, unlike the Nintendo, which has some of the rarest games out there. Some of these games I got from garage sales, and some of them are just pure shit games, but maybe I like pure shit. But they're still fun to play, even though they're crappy. But like, I'm probably never gonna play this game. But I'll only play it just to take up space in my memory card because my PS3 is backwards compatible. To take advantage of the PS3's unlimited memory card use. So here's the games. Here's some more. Yep, got a long ways to go. Down here, these are just my Blu-rays and my DVDs. Here I just have 5 Super Nintendo games, that's it. I don't know really why I got a Super Nintendo. Reason why I got a Super Nintendo. I'm not gonna collect for it, but I don't know. Maybe I should sell it. I don't know. So come over here. Up in my bed is my PS3 collection. About 25 games, and yes, I have BlazBlue. For all those Muganites that keep saying I don't have it, yes, I have BlazBlue. And I didn't notice until some spelling Nazi corrected me that there's no E after the Z in Blaze. I'm like, what the hell? I always thought there was. So I got corrected by a spelling Nazi. So you know how sucky that must makes you feel when you get corrected by one of those types of people. But here they are. I got one import game Red Seeds profile. Oh yeah, I did another video on this, but I found out what this up here says. It says, "This town's nightmare will not end." If in case anyone was wondering, that's what it translates to. So yeah, should I get a more closer view? This game was really hard to find, Warriors Legends of Troy. It was actually ridiculously hard to find. I mean, I went to GameStop after GameStop, and I went to like 5 different GameStops, and they did not have this game, even for used. But the only way I was able to get it was from Best Buy, and there was only like 1 copy left, and this game is actually kind of rare. It's a PS3 exclusive, even though it doesn't say it. Just like the PlayStation 2 games, which really sucks because, as I said before, I'm collecting all the PlayStation 2 games and they don't say that they're exclusives or not. I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to find all the exclusives? And then there's practically no list that says all the PlayStation 2 exclusives. And it's going to be really hard for me. Well, I come over here. Here's my Neo Geo AES. It works really well, except it does not work on HD TVs, or at least that HD TV. So I have to play in my living room where my CRT TV is. It's got this little hair crack in here, but it's okay. Very good system, but the games are just so expensive for it. And here is my Sega Genesis collection. I have the most Sega Genesis games than any other game. Genesis is my favorite system of all time. I grew up with it and I always loved it. I can't really see if you can see a little easier. Here they are. Well, that's it. That's all my games, except my Sega Pico games that are somewhere else, and I'm not including my PC games in this collection. So here you go. 2 towers of games, 1 bin full of games, and a shelf full of PS3 games.